guys, we're making an old school one today with the old Sony cam. My memory card's full on Canon, so I got to figure out how to delete everything off of that. So I figured I would go ahead and plug this one in for today. Gonna make some paint today. Some people ask me how you mix paint, and there's a couple videos on YouTube. Sodajet's done one, Matt's mixed some paint, I think. But we'll go ahead and make some up this morning. Got a couple deliveries for Andrea, so I'll show you the process. Here's how it starts, by going to the computer and printing a printout. There's much more advanced systems now where you can just print all this in the paint room. I can print this on the computer and bring it outside here. We're going to mix this in parts. You can mix it in parts, or you can mix it cumulative, which means the total just keeps going up. I like to just clear it each time and mix each part into it. This is Olympic white, and most people will be surprised to find out that white has more than white in it. So this white has black, yellow, blue, red oxide, and then the balancers. So here's the machine. This is a matrix machine. Can make a couple different types of paint on here. Can make the MPB, which is the premium, MSB, which is the shot base, and the shot base mixes 1:1, which stretches quite a bit further than the premium, which is 1 to 1.5, or 1 to 1/2. But the shot base doesn't have the latest color technology. It's good for older cars, and if you're doing an all over. We'll be mixing the low grade paint today, which is sort of a copy of like the shop line, and it's more binder than paint, but it's what you have to sell to be competitive, because people don't always buy the premium brands. A lot of the shops in our town want a cheaper product. You have to be able to compete with a couple of different paint companies that have cheaper lines. So it's called Refinish Solution. That's the Matrix discount line. It's basically the same toners, just less paint and more filler, just like you get with all the other brands. When you buy the premium, you get 90% toner. When you buy the off-brand or the spin-off brand, even a premium brand, it's usually 30 to 40% toner, and the rest is binder. And what I mean by binder, it's either 95 or some other sort of balancer that goes in the paint that's not a toner. It's just a carrier for the toner. So I'm going to put you on the stand over here, and we'll get to making some paint. Real quick, I got some stickers. Anybody's out there interested in stickers, leave a message on this video, or in the inbox, I guess, and I can ship these out to you. Put them in an envelope. I got a couple FTI stickers and JW, the wheel. So I know some of you guys are into hot rod stuff, and maybe into the stickers. Let me know. I did get my baby back yesterday from Snap-on. Got my 3/8 air ratchet. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but they did a really nice job. It looks like it's got some new chrome on there and a new plastic cover, and you can actually change it with your fingers. I bought this new last time I worked at a shop, pretty high volume. Didn't have a chance to send it back. This thing was like 400 bucks when I bought it, and you used to have to take a pair of dikes to change the directions, and you can change this with your finger, which is really cool. So got a couple new sockets and stuff. Some of this stuff's missing there. My son has been working on his car quite a bit, so it always comes home though. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. They recommend that you leave this on when you mix paint, but you can tell it's pretty loud. So let's start with the white, not try to make this too long. Again, I'm having to use the Sony because the Canon, the card is full. Don't really know what that means. I think that means I'm gonna have to delete some videos off the card or something, or maybe buy another card. I don't know how that works exactly. Anyway, this is gonna be 47% of a gallon, which is half a gallon. So we're gonna use the gallon can over here. That's what I'm doing. I apologize for digging around there. And we're gonna hit tare weight at zeros the scale out, and with the can on there. So now I'll remix in this toner. So let's grab our first toner. Our first toner is going to be, I got my glasses on my head. I'll go ahead and put them on. 63, which is a gallon. So here's what the gallon looks like. This is a toner, you know. It's not a, for say, a paint. You could put this in the gun and spray it with some reducer though. The whites and the blacks don't require a balancer. You can use them straight out of the can. However, most of the formulas, just like we just talked about, require some sort of a balancer to make up volume. So our first pour is 1017. These cars are going to be all overs. So, you know, on a repair, the formula has to be perfect. If you go over a drop or two on a all over, it's not a really big deal. You want to try to mix the formula dead on though, so that way if you have to do a repair, you have a formula that you can go back and mix, and it guarantees you have a good match. You know, we just threw a bunch of paint in the can. It'd be hard to match it if the car ever came back. That's why I don't like making paint up out of old paint. A lot of guys are like, man, I pour all that together and make some paint, and every time you do that, the car gets wrecked. I did that with Hans's car, and somebody ran into the back of it the other day at school. Didn't leave a note or anything, so we're gonna have to fix that up for him. Got the hatch and the quarter panel and stuff. Getting off task. Anyway, we're looking for 17 here. We're gonna creep up on it so we don't go by it. It's a gram at a time. It's not hard to over pour. You want to take your time when you get to the end. They have machines now that actually pour for you. So there we go. There you go, back to 16.9. One more drop will do us. We're gonna hit clear again. Now we're gonna get 48, which is wheat black. These numbers are exactly the same if you have a PPG machine, so if you spray a PPG, you might recognize some of these numbers. 86.6 black. This is wheat black. It's not a high strength black. You would think that if you poured black into white, it would make gray. And if you poured high strength black into white, it would definitely make gray. However, this is low strength. 48 is one of my favorite colors to go to when I'm tinting too. It's a very good color. Good choice in a lot of situations to lighten, or I mean darken a color without overpowering it or making it muddy. So let me get this pour done. I don't want to be running my mouth and pass up my number. Each one of these toners cost about $100. Some of the gallons are 200, and there's 66 toners on the machine. So it's a pain in the ass to keep up with, but it's been a good run with Matrix. I have a lot of happy customers, and I've had to warranty very few jobs over the years, which is nice to say. Six here. We're on the be careful point. There we go, dead on. We'll go ahead and clear that. And our next color is going to be 40. MT40, which is yellow. There we go. Yellow, indigo yellow. And this is GS. So 2 point, let's clear that again. Sometimes you have to hit tear a couple times. 0.2, this is a tricky one. It's like 2 drops. There's 0.1, 0.2. And believe me, if you leave these out, it'll affect the color. So you need to put all this in when you mix formula. 14 will be our next color. That's a blue. 14. 14 here. And it's a 1.1. Drops, we're talking drops. Remember, this is white. This is a Chrysler white, I do believe. Olympic is Chevrolet. So it's a Chevrolet white. There's a couple guys in the garage that have white pickup trucks. One of them that lives in Pond Coast that needs a little paint work. I believe this is his paint code. 1.1. Now we need 22, which is red oxide. This is almost like a lacquer primer color. A lot of your early GM cars were this color on the bottom from the factory. 0.2, we're going to clear the scale again. We're going to clear it again. There we go. There's one drop, two drops, 0.1. And 0.2. We'll hit clear. Now next, this is the part that I was trying to explain, and this will give you a demonstration. That was a cat falling off of something. Give you a demonstration of what I was talking about. This is the filler part of the paint, and what I mean by filler is it's called binder. This is 95, and we're going to clear that off. Get 74.9 parts of this. $74.9. Of course, this doesn't affect the color match, but I still like to be accurate on my mix. So there we go, 74.9. You can see how sensitive it is. When I put that down on the bench, it affected the scale. Our next binder is the what fills the can. Again, this is like the shop line version of our paint. It's called Refinish Solutions. Here's the second binder we're going to put in. This is our SB501, and we're going to use 789 parts of this. Alrighty, that's good to go. That's our 47% of gallon of white, and it had quite a bit of binder in there. By volume, it was almost as much as the white base coat. So this isn't just with Matrix brand. This is anytime you order an off-brand or a cheaper brand of paint. The discount is less pigment, more filler. You cheat yourself every time. I always try to tell my customers that it's better to buy the premium base because you get the all the advanced and the color matches. You get a much better product. You mix it 1:1 or 1 to 1.5, so it stretches further. This is 1 part paint to a 1/2 part reducer, or it's two parts paint to 1 part of reducer. It does not stretch as far. You can't put as much reducer in it because naturally it's already thinner because of all the binder. This is why a premium base, if you order a 47% of a gallon, this guy very easily could have ordered just a pint of white in the premium base and mixed it 1:1 and got just as far with a quart of paint. But it's hard to get people to do that because the premium base is much more expensive. So People shop off price. Don't let people tell you that that's not the way it works. Money makes the world go around, and it's no different when you own a body shop. When you're doing used cars or something like that, this is a great choice. Used car repair usually doesn't pay as much as an insurance job. An insurance job has to be a lifetime warranty situation, so you wouldn't want to use a RSB or a lesser quality paint. There's very few paint companies that will offer a lifetime warranty to an insurance company. Matrix is one of those companies. PPG, Standox, any of your name brand companies have to have a line of paint that they can warranty for life on any kind of repair done in a shop or a pro shop by an insurance company. They require that service. It has to be a lifetime warranty if you want to be a pro shop. So that's why there's different types of paint. Hopefully this lets you realize how much binder goes into paint. And it's not just Matrix. Like I said, I've mixed several different brands of paint. I'm certified in PPG, Standox, Diamond. I've sprayed just about everything working at dealerships over the year. And the Matrix is just a very good value for the money. Usually when people try it, they don't go back. So hope everybody's having a good day. The next paint I'm going to pour is a black. I guess I could do that real quick. It's going to be a pint. Like I said, the black's going to get basically poured right off the mixing system. We'll go ahead and turn this back on for a second. Black, there's no binder. This is straight paint. This is 64 black. This is the cheaper black off the mixing system. They have 3 blacks, 47, 63, and there's one other one that's not coming to my mind right now. The 9000 is the factory pack, which is usually the match for the European cars. It's very rich. There's the black. The last one we have is a silver, 45% or 47% of a gallon. Alrighty. Grab another gallon can here real quick. Going to be a silver. Again, this is for an all over this batch here. So silver's this is sparkling aluminum. This is Mega Flake here. You can put this under candy and it works real well. $2.69. We also have the FX silver, which most people use, Aragonda. It's been a while since I did a paint video. Some of you guys are probably going, what is he doing? But this is what pays the bills in this house. Now that Andrea's gone back to work, sometimes I have to come out here and make some paint. 0.6. We want to be accurate again, because if the car needs to come back for a repair, you want to be able to repeat what you sold the guy. Yeah, there it is. Our next color is going to be 64, which is black. Which I just had a second ago. What did I do with it? It's a gallon can. How do you lose that? Here it is by my feet. I'm going blind. So a little black in the silver. It's 109 parts of black. This is full strength black too. So this is silver steel metallic. 109.4. One more. All right, our next color is 14. I believe we use that in the white. Which is blue. So a lot of colors go into a color to make a color. A lot of people think it's silver, you just pour silver out of a can, but it's not that way. Most colors are derived by many toners. 64.2. Okay, now we need 35. 35 is another metallic. This is a very coarse aluminum. And we need 32.1 parts. .1. There it is. You notice that most toners don't have the same consistency. A lot of toners are different in the thickness that they are. That's why each individual toner needs to be weighed. But if you weighed each toner, they would be different weights. Depends on the amount of pigment in the toner. This is blue, regular strength. We're going to go 7 grams. So 7.0. .9, making me work for it. 1 drop. Come on, baby. 1 more drop. 7. All right, 7.0. Now we need 20. The next 20. This is a flattening agent. And I keep that in a can down here. I don't put the flattening agent on the machine anymore. So let me open this up and give it a stir. I found that if you put your flattening agent on the machine, more than likely you're going to have an issue with your flattening agent getting hard. And a lot of guys have that problem. I don't seem to have it, so I think it's a good practice just to keep the flatteners off the machine, hand stir it each time, and it exposes it to a lot less air and your product stays good for a lot longer. If you're a jobber, you know the MX85, the MX20 is always getting compromised from air getting on it. And this is what makes matted clear. Also, you add this certain percentage to the clear coat and it will mat it. Or you can buy the pre-matted clear, however you like to do it. We're going to need 6.5 grams of this wonderful stuff. And it's nasty stuff. I don't like messing with it. 6.4, we need just a touch more here. There we go, dead on. You don't want to be inaccurate with that stuff because it can change your formula completely. This controls the way the metallic stands up and lays in the binder. So it's an important process. You never want to leave the flattening agent out of a base coat formula because that's what it does. It controls the way the metallics stand in the paint. 24 will be our last toner, which is purple. This is a silver that had purple and blue in it. Usually it's one or the other. We're looking for 2.7 on this one. One more gram, or one more, not even a gram, nanogram. There it is, 2.7. All right, next is going to be our binders. We're going to go with our 95 first. It gets 385 parts of that. And then again with the other one, we're going to put almost 800 parts of binder in there. So this formula is going to have more binder by volume than it has pigment in it. So here's our 95. This is our base coat balancer. And then we're going to put 385 parts in. .385, perfect. 0.3, we're one little smidge over, which won't affect the color at all. Next is the 500 balancer, and it's going to take 760 parts of this. There you go. So that's it. That's how you do it in a nutshell. Hope that explained a little bit between the cheap paint and the premium base. Explains the differences of the cost. Obviously, toners are expensive, and the filler, you know, is not expensive. So that's why there's so much binder in the paint, and that's why it takes more coats to cover when you buy a cheaper base coat. It's because there's more binder in the paint than there is paint in the paint. So anyway, let me put some labels on this stuff. Whoa. Let me get some labels on that, and we'll talk to you guys a little later. Hope you enjoyed the video.